So I am, yeah. So here I have been researching about this practices since my childhood, I can say. I was fortunate to connect with my Guruji, Sadhguru Sai Kumar Babaji, right from childhood. And later, after doing my engineering, I had a chance to be with him for 10 years. I learned many things there about naturopathy and Ayurveda. And later, I got a chance to be there for 10 years. Later, I started my journey. So since 10 years, I started spreading all the concepts which I have learned since my childhood. So I have made a collective methodologies, like whatever I have analyzed since my childhood, I framed out and made a structured, and that's what I teach at Sarvam. So Sarvam focuses on holistic health. So we talk about natural health, harmonious health. We all individuals are there. We are connected with each other. We are part of the cosmos. So we all are belonging to that Vasudhaiva Kutumbam. No one is not different from us. We are part and parcel of the whole cosmos, right? So you can see interdependencies with everyone. We can't stay alone. We have to depend on each other. Like we are depending on a scientist, a doctor, a sculptor, an architect, right? So we can't just be with ourselves. We have dependencies. Like in nature, whole of the ecosystem, if you see, animals are dependent on other species, plants are dependent on other species. They interact with each other. And for this whole existence, which is made up of five elements, again, five elements are integrated. They can't just stay with themselves. They have to be in harmonious with each other. Like if earth is there, then water and other air and space and ether elements are required. So for space also other elements are required. So they coexist. So nature design itself is designed in the concept of coexistence. So all the energies which we are getting, the survival needs what we are getting from the Panchabhutas are again obtained from the whole cosmos. Like, sorry. So if we require certain energies like iron or magnesium or calcium, just try to understand we are getting that energy from some plant-based source. So even some people may depend on animal-based source, but still animals are also dependent on plant-based source. So somehow the roots of it are plant-based, right? We all are aware of it. But are you aware from where the plants are getting that nutrition? So many people may think from the soil and from the light. But for the soil and that light, where is the source which is coming from? So all the stars, like every star is radiating certain frequencies. Like one nakshatra will be radiating certain frequency of iron, one nakshatra will be radiating certain frequency of magnesium, calcium, like that. They share among each other in the cosmos also, in the Brahmanda also. And those energies collectively they are coming from sun and moon. Sun is Navagrahadipati, moon is Nakshatradipati. So all the energies are coming from planetary and star energies are coming through these energies and reflecting on the earth, where earth is also giving something back. Nothing is free in the nature. Everything works on exchange, and every element is capable. Then why so many diversified elements? So if there is only one element, it will be bored. Like if you are eating only rice, you'll get bored. If you're seeing only one color, it will be bored. So that's why nature has created diversity. So that's the beauty in the nature. And if there is diversity, then if everything is given for everything, there will be no harmony. So that's why there is lack between elements. Like every species depend on other. If they are dependent on other, then there is a harmony. There is a coexistence. So that's the phenomenon of the nature's design. Why the creator has created like this. Now, why this creation? What is the purpose of our birth, and what is the purpose of this existence? So if you understand, every person is unique and having some capabilities, like one may be a singer, doctor, musician, artist, right? So everyone have some skills to express. If you have some capability and if you don't express, what will happen? You'll go mad, right? So you can't just be like that without expressing your capabilities. And what will happen if you express? It will make you happy, satisfied, content, because that is your capability. You are expressing and you are happy. So that's the beauty of this expressing the capabilities. And when you are happy, when other like-minded person who are connected with you and seeing those capabilities which you are expressing, he also gets happy, right? And seeing them being happy, ultimately again you will be happy. So it's a reciprocating happiness which is being spread when you are expressing some capabilities. That is the ultimate purpose of this creation. So to be happy. So just imagine when we have that capabilities and expressing, and when we are happy, the divine, the creator who has so many capabilities, will just be idle. So creation is the expression of the divine capabilities. I request you all again to switch on your cameras. I want to see all your faces, then only I can connect with you all. So creation is the expression of the divine capabilities, right? So a divine who is there, like we don't know, we have not seen, we just hear about him. We see in some scriptures, we listen from the scriptures, or we see in some movies or some television. But is the divine there? Can we experience? We can. Sun, the visible manifestation of the God, the earth, the air, the nature itself, that is the representation of himself. So God exists. Who has created this? There should be some creator of this human body and other earth. So creator is there. Okay, maybe atheist doesn't belong in a God, but they believe in some energy, some existence, right? So we need not bother about that creator is there or not, some energy aspect. So here he needs some raw material. Like when we have to create something, we need raw material. So for his creation also, he needs panchabhutas. Panchabhutas are the basic raw materials, which can be used by good or bad. Even like very demonic person also, very mischief person also, even a killer also needs panchabhutas for his existence and for doing something. So this body is basically a vehicle. We are traveling in this body. Who are we? That energy form. Okay. So we are expressing from this body. Now for this body, we need five elements. As this is made up of five elements. And nothing is static. Everything is dynamic. Everything keeps changing its form. Can we just eat one day and one time and live for our life? No. We have to eat daily. We have to breathe daily, every moment. So we have to drink water. We have to breathe air. We need that fire. We need that space. So five elements are required. They are not static. They are dynamic. In that, water is very important. So today we are talking about this water. So hope you have your water in your hand. So we'll try to connect with this water element. You can either hold a natural mud glass or a glass container or any steel glass, any of your choice, and just hold that water. So now you have different materials. Like this is steel. Now this is silver. Okay, so this is steel. Like that, you will have different containers. Na? So just observe each and every container, how it is. Like suppose just hold a silver, like steel glass. Just observe the container. How do you feel when you are touching the container? Even with closing your eyes, if you touch a steel, you can feel it. You need not see it. You can feel it, the steel, because you have that experience, right? So this is steel. But when you are holding silver, this is not like steel. There is a difference. There is a vibration. So every metal emits certain frequencies. Okay. So this frequency can be captured. There is a scientific data now. So this frequencies can be captured by a machine. So now this frequency can be captured by a machine. Similarly, the mud glass frequency can be captured by a machine, right? So it is emitting certain frequencies. Now this is something called soapstone. This frequency is this is a natural stone made shaped into a glass. Okay, so this frequency is captured. Now among this, water has memory. Water element will capture the frequencies around. So that's why a water stored in copper bottle, if you drink that water, you will find a metallic copper taste. A steel, when you're pouring in steel, you can sense the taste of metal, iron, steel. Steel is an alloy of iron and other materials. Okay. Similarly, when you're keeping in mud glass, you will sense a taste of that earthiness. And similarly, copper and steel, like silver also, it will have that subtle silver. Okay, so water is capturing that frequencies. Now we will connect to that water. Mostly, I think you have RO water, like filtered water, with you all. So what we will do, we will take little RO water. So this is RO water. I have to borrow from my neighbor because we don't use RO. Okay. So what you do, you just take from up, or in your hands, like not doing juta. You just taste it. Don't swallow it. Keep in your mouth for a few seconds. Observe the taste. Anyway, you remember that you will know that taro water taste, but just taste it again. Slowly swallow it. So you remember this taste. Now we will figure out the difference of this taste. Is it same like before or after this activity? And see how it is going inside. You can sip it again and observe how the water is traveling inside. When you're swallowing, observe how the water is going inside. Okay. Now you connect to this water element. Hold this water, whatever glass you have, hold that water. So before doing any activity, I'll be showing certain experiment here. So this is something called dowsing tool. Okay. Now what I'll be doing, this can sense some energy, like it will capture the frequencies of this water. See how it is rotating. Okay. Just remember this speed of rotation. I'm just holding it. Okay. I'm not doing anything. I'm just holding like this. Okay. Remember this. Now what we will do, hold the water, close your eyes, connect to this element of water, which is 70% in the earth and inside our body. And it's very important element without which we can't exist. It is one of the important element without which we can't exist. Now it's our duty to show respect to this water, whatever this water may be. Still, it's a clean water. We have filtered it. It might got deviated or denatured or whatever we will try to understand later, but still this is water. So we are showing, we are placing our gratitude, we are offering our gratitude to this water element, which is coming from the cosmos through rain, filling up the streams, lakes, ponds, rivers, oceans, and again going back into the atmosphere by precipitation and again cycling back. This is a cycle, water cycle. So in that it is recharging different wells, bore wells, groundwater. So wherein we are getting this water source from different, it may be from a river or ground or whatever. Because of other reasons of contamination, we have to filter it. Though we are taking the water from these streams, natural areas, we have to again purify. So which it's getting denatured, destructured, entering into different pipelines or polymer filters, polycartridges, destructuring, denaturing, and then coming into your hands. But still, we will show gratitude to this water because this is our life giver, without which we can't survive. So we will just show gratitude for this water, connect to that root energy from where it is coming from, and we will plug into that energy. We will connect back to this water to that higher energy from this source of that water element, and take a large deep breath, deep inhalation and slow exhalation. Say thank you. Okay. Now see this energy of this water. So remember earlier how was this rotation? Now see the rotation. It has increased its vibration. So I'm not doing anything, I'm just touching the thread. It is free flowing. Earlier it was not even rotating much. Now it's rotating this much. Okay, now for you to experience, just sip the water now. Sip the water. Don't take from the mouth, from top. Sip the water and keep in your mouth and observe the difference before and now. Rotate that water and slowly swallow. Could you find the difference? Anyone?
Not so much, Guruji.
Yeah, definitely it will be subtle, but is there any difference?
I cannot recollect the taste of the water the first time.
Okay, drink that normal RO water which was there earlier. Now you can make the difference.
Yes.
You got my point?
Yes. Yeah. No, I think drinking that water again and this, I can tell the difference.
Yeah. So this is important. So we don't have that senses. Our senses are very closed, right? So we are not sensing the water. We are not even conscious of drinking the water. What we are drinking, we don't know. So this just showing gratitude and connecting to that root energy of the water. It's changing the structure of the water. We'll be talking about the structure now in a while. So anyone, any others who could have experienced? Anyone else have experienced?
Yeah, I did, Swamiji.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What did you feel?
In the like, I just now had the regular RO water because you asked Mamta to drink, so I went and tasted that, and then I drank the blessed. I had already tasted it, right? Yeah, there's so much of difference.
Yes.
This is not like it feels very pure, the blessed one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this has become Tirtha now,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Anyone else?
Is it because of touching the glass or being more conscious about the
Intention.
water?
Yeah, being conscious and intention, basically. So
Okay.
uh, the power of mind. So we are see divinities like we it's everywhere in the microcosm to the macrocosm. Everywhere divinity is there, but we are not connected. We have to tune our frequency to that divine aspect, right? But unfortunately, our mind is very fickle. We just waver. So every moment we have to be conscious. Every moment, every second we have to be conscious. Then we are always connected to the divinity. So which is not very much practical, right? In the modern time, we are entangled
Yes.
to a lot of things, and it's very difficult. So making a setup which is connected to the divine always. And whenever you want to drink, if you remember to show gratitude, it's fine. Or else, even if you are not at that time, you are not conscious, also, still that water gets energized because we'll be creating a setup wherein
Okay.
it's getting charged.
Okay.
So that's what we'll be doing now.
Okay. Okay.
Other example, this is a conch. So everyone knows, no? So there is something called a structure into this. So if you see the conch inside, it will have a vertex. Something like this. If you see inside, there is a vertex. Okay? So it is like whirlpool. So outer you can't see, but inside it will be like this vertex. Okay, so now we'll again, I have removed this water now, earlier water. Now I'll take this RO water again. Now what I'll do, I will pour this water into this conch. Okay, this is smaller one, but still I have poured it. It has entered deeper. Okay, it has entered deeper. I have to put in an angle. So I'll just allow it to sit for few seconds. I'm not, I have not placed any intentions or nothing. I'm just pouring water here in the conch. It's been just 20 seconds maybe. Now I'm taking the water. Okay, it's very little water, but still, now see the difference. So this water is separate now, but still it's having a lot of vibration within few seconds. So water is getting structured, energized. How? With that conch. Now you may ask, now we need at least 6 liters of water or 6 glasses of water. Now this much water will not be sufficient. How to do? Right? How much big conch we want? Or how many times we have to transfer this water into that? Okay, actually this is tirtha. Okay, tirtha we will take little bit. The beauty of the science of tirtha, water like gel versus tirtha. Okay, pani, gel, tirtha. Pani is regular water. Gel is conscious water. Tirtha is holy water. Right? Same water, but transforming its structures. So the water pouring in the conch becomes tirtha. Again, when you set your intentions, when you connect to the divine, then it will become higher. Normally, also it will get structured. Okay, but when you are connective, consciously connecting to it, then it's more vibrant. The same water again I'll put back. Now I will connect to that Holy Spirit, whoever may be. I'll just request that energy to bless this water, connect to this water. Okay. Now see the difference. It's started rotating speed. It's more vibrant now. So God is there within us, around us, right? Everywhere. He's in our thought. So just think about God and He's showering His blessings and increasing that vibrations, right? And this body is bioelectric body. We are not just this physical body. Whatever we eat is converting into this energy. That is the current. Basically the conductivity, like I have one meter also to show that conductivity test, wherein I can't show it online, but normally in my physical sessions I show that conductivity. I'll try to share some videos of what I have done experiments later, but like it will be like this. Okay, anyway, I'll be sharing the video. I'll keep a bulb. So conductivity is basically It's a simple equipment I have just made taking help of an electrician. So basically conductivity is a passage of electrons. Okay. So I'll be plugging into the power. Then this is just a circuit wherein I will just, if I connect this both, circuit is on. So what I'll be doing is, I'll be keeping, it's not very practical to show, but I'll try to. So I'll be keeping in the water, okay, RO water and the structured water. Then you can see the bulb. So seeing is believing, right? So I'm just trying to make it possible. So you can see the setup here, at least bulb. You can see the bulb, right? Anyway, light will on.
Yes, Swami.
So what I'll be doing, so this is RO water. I'll fill it. Okay. So I'll switch on the power. So now, okay, it's not coming. Okay, leave this. So basically, I was trying to show the energy difference, but later I will share this video of this experiment also, wherein if we keep this wires in the RO water, the bulb will not glow. But in structured water, whatever mechanisms we do, the bulb will be brighter based on the energies there. Okay, so that I'll be sharing a video later. So for now, understand this. That's why our Rishi Munis, if they have to give blessings or if they have to give some curse, so what they do? What they do? They use water. Okay, they use water, set the intentions, and pour it on them. Even if the person is not here, if they put water and just think about them and just sprinkle through their thought, also it will reflect them. No, they can just talk in the air. Nah, they can just say some words like blessings or words. They can pass in the air. Faster than air is water, connectivity. That's why they use water because water carries memory. Water has that energy. So there was some incident happen, like even it's there in the internet. So there was some murder. Okay, so the victim has not left any space, nothing, no clue. The murderer. Now there was a forensic expert who came and who approached that area, and he was doing his analysis. That was his first case. No clue was there. So it was very tough for him. There was only a stream, some pond nearby. That water was there, water element was there. So he took that water sample. From that, he captured the frequencies. Of course, now the scientific world is very advanced. So he captured frequencies from that water and he mapped with the existing murderers, whoever is suspected, and then he could track. So that's the extent where we can go with. So water has lot of energy. Now just imagine how much water can do for us and what we are doing with that water. We are just wasting that water, right? We are not even showing gratitude to that water, right? So how much potable water we use for our ablutions, for washing car, necessities can be taken, nothing wrong. But are we sensible? Just make an audit of water usage. How much water you use for washing, where we can reduce it. How much water we use for washing our utensils or clothes or washing car, or we see, especially in our area, they keep pipe and they clean all the outer veranda and all with that pipe. The water will be flowing on the roads. Not required. When my house help will not come in my house, normally a house help uses one big bucket, or maybe two buckets also to clean all the house. I hardly use quarter bucket, less than quarter bucket, maybe sometimes 2 mugs to clean all the veranda. Maybe it will take 5 minutes extra or 2 minutes extra, but ideally there is a logic there. If you sweep properly with a broom and then splash the water and then wipe off with the broom again, that's it. All the dirt and this thing will be gone for regular cleaning. Yeah, for more tough cleaning, then yes, you need little more water. For bathing, normally we use 20 liters of water, a bucket full of water, or sometimes 2 buckets of water. But ideally, when you pour water, all of the water will get splashed out. It will not fall on your skin, right? Only little water will flow on you. So I use hardly 2 liters of water for my bathing. If you're conscious, you can also do. At least you can reduce. So what you can do is pour little water and take a towel, wet it in the water, drench it, and then wipe with the towel. It's a nice scrub also. It will open up the skin pores also. And you need that moisture for cleaning, right? So that way you can save water. And washing vessels, you can keep one more tub, wash your vessels, that water you can put for the plants. Or that water you can put into your commode. Anyway, every commode flush will take 5 to 10 liters of water. At least you can recycle the water. It's inevitable in our modern toilets. At least we can reuse this water. RO water, wastewater, whatever we are getting. People say not to use, but Aram say we can use that water. At least for the plants. But for the plants, if there are carbon matter, then if you add microbial activity, that will help to break down that hardness. The problem is there is two sources of water now. Okay, one is the municipal water, what we are getting, which is filtered from, obtained from the rivers and filtered and chlorinated. And in the pipeline, there will be a lot of contaminants. Some microbial contaminants or physical contaminants like iron scaling or whatever, calcification, or plastic pipelines, plastic get leached and microplastics will come. So these are the pollutants in the water, microbial or chemical or physical. Okay, material. So the other source of water is bore water, which is mined from the bore well. Earlier, whole of our civilizations, if you see, they were flourishing around the water bodies. Now we started encroaching the water bodies. Maybe in your area, I don't know, but Hyderabad, once upon a time, it had 1,200 lakes, more than 1,200 lakes. Now there are hardly 2-3 lakes. In every city, even in Bangalore, Mysore was lake city. Bangalore, like if you see any history, all the civilizations flourished around water bodies because that is very important medium. So now, because of our modernization, because of our development, so-called development, it's a destructive development. Development is not bad, and in development, some destruction will happen. For a better cause, some destruction is fine. But now, if you see the bank balance, destruction is more than constructive thing. So we have to be conscious there. So now the water bodies got polluted because of us, because of we using soaps, shampoos, detergents, chemicals. We need for hygiene. Then how we were living without soaps or shampoo or other mediums, right? Still we were hygiene. So we were using natural elements like it may be uputan powder or maybe ash for cleaning, or now we have our bioenzymes like you may be hearing online nowadays. So this is a liquid. This is called jaivika dravyam. Okay, this is something similar to bioenzyme, which is made from lime. This is lime. Other I have with mango. Other I have with diversified materials. So this can be used for cleaning. For show you example, this is a copper plate, right? So this is not cleaned. This is clean. I kept for you to show as a demonstration. Okay, copper plate. This is oxidized. This is cleaned. Just now I have cleaned. So what I'll be doing, I'll take one natural coir. This is coconut coir. Okay, you can take mini loofah or any natural scrubs. I'll just dip it in this liquid. Now see the difference. Or if you don't have time to scrub, just apply and leave for a while and then scrub it. Okay, already you can see the difference, right? Just wait for few seconds or few minutes, then it will become like this. So why do we want harsh chemicals which can be made from our fruit waste? Like we are using lot of fruits, or it may be vegetables or combination of different things. So there is a preparation separately. You can attend my sessions for making these things. So we call them as Jaivika Dravyams, which is extraction of our organic matter. It's a liquid form. So it's cleaning. So just imagine if it can clean this, it will it not clean our body? So we use a lot of chemical powders for our idols, like silver idols or copper idols or bronze idols. So just now I have cleaned my pendulum also, or else it was like this. So this is normally uncleaned. Okay. So if I just use this liquid, it will become shiny like this. So we can use ash for silver. Okay. So see this silver utensil. I just use ash. So it got cleaned nicely. So now from where do we get ash? Everything is available online, but still, if we are making some firewood for winters, still we can get ash or coconut shells. If you can just use for firewood for keeping your room warm, you can get ash and it can be stored. So like this, see my brass. I'm just dipping it in. I'm not even scrubbing. It's getting its shine. So why this all things? So because of chemicals, what's happening when we are using all the chemicals like floor cleaning, toilet cleaning, or it can be for fabric wash or anything, the whole of the chemicals are entering our water bodies. It's polluting the water body, right? That same water we can't drink. It's polluted now. Earlier days also, we were drinking that same water. If you just go to your past or ask your elders, when this system was not there, so our drainage water used to get passed through a channel wherein there used to be some pigs, cockroaches, then some plants, Arabi and colocasia and many other water reed beds and all. Water used to pass through this channel, gets purified, and then slowly it used to enter, of course, naturally UV filtered by the sun, and then the same water used to pass through the canals, and it used to enter the ponds and rivers. The same water we drink now. We used to drink that same water. But now, because of the chemicals, the species, the organisms which was helping to purify this water are dying. There is no microbial activity, good bacteria. So now what will happen? It will stink. If you go to the drainage system, it will stink. We can't bear that smell. Earlier, open drainage system, it was not stinking because of this ecosystem which was protecting. But now, I'm just giving you what used to happen earlier. It's not like we can do the system again now, but there are some places who have adopted the system again. So there is in Punjab, I have seen one village called Karpurtala. They have done implemented this system again. So what they did, of course, they did some intervention. They took the drainage system water, filtered with some grids in between, and that water they have created a chamber. Like the water naturally it will pass through clockwise system, and other chamber anti-clockwise, and then it will have an open pond. So wherein with sun and other microbial activity it gets purified, but not like drinking water. That water at least was used for plantations, for agriculture farms. So I went there to introduce about this. When we use this, the water will become pure. I will share that video also. I made some pond. That water I made it like stink like drainage water. I created that ecosystem. Then I just added the sprayed. I didn't even add it. I just sprayed this daily for 1 week. Within 1 week, the water was still clear again. It was clear, transparent water again. Even the drainage water. So the same system, there is one scientist from Bombay, IIT Bombay. So he designed, it's called a soil biotechnology, SBT. You can search online, soil biotechnology. So what he did, he took some some stone mediums, natural stone mediums. So there is one spa here, Leona Spa in Hyderabad, Shamirpet. So 20 years back, when I was in ashram, when I was doing my research at that time, I went to I was doing all this water purification works. So I wanted to set up in a larger scale. So I approached them. So after seeing their works, then contacted, and I came to know that they have their setup nearby. So he just gave some water like this, okay, and he turned back, opening his cupboard to get some reports. I was about to drink this water. He cautioned me that is drainage water. I was shocked. The drainage water was like this. Then he showed the parameters, tested parameters. How the drainage water became this much clear water. No smell, no odor. Even if you drink also nothing will happen. That much pure water it has become. Then he took me to his all that setup what they have done. So the drainage water was filtered in a mesh. Then that was passed to a chamber. The Punjab one, if he would have adopted, it would be much better. But he didn't. He was not aware. So from that chamber, he transferred that water into some patch wherein he planted some trees and some soil medium, where that water gets filtered and dribbled, and again there is a secondary system where they kept some reed beds. So there again he filtered, and finally he got this water. No chemicals added, nothing. So natural system. They're not even aware of this liquid. So this microbial liquid, they are not aware. So this setup they can do. And in Thailand, Dr. Ruzukorn, who introduced about bioenzymes, so she has purified many lakes like this. All the impure, murky lakes. Of course, there is proportion how much to add. They just spread, and within 1 month, whole of the lakes gets purified. Even in Hyderabad, also there were few lakes where we have introduced. It's more concentrated than bioenzyme, more sophisticated mechanism. So we just introduce it, the lakes get purified. Whole lake gets purified. But unfortunately, if you keep on adding that drainage water again, it will not get purified. So in one lake, what they have done, one organization, they have cut down, bypass the drainage water into alternative pathway, and that's how they have safeguarded that lake. So that is possible. Okay, so now just imagine how much we can do if we stop chemicals. So we blame in water ponds there will be a lot of water hyacinth. So that many people say that water hyacinth is creating problem and making the lake impure. No, actually water hyacinth is purifying the lake. It's purifying the chemicals, whatever are there in that water body. We are the cause. We have to be blamed for that because of using our chemicals. We are not aware, so we are using for our hygiene. But we are the cause wherein the drainage system is getting impure, the microorganisms are dying, and the water is not getting purified. So just imagine how much imbalances we are doing. Earlier, how much water, like in if you go to temple, we do abhisheka. Earlier that we do abhisheka with milk, fruit juices, and water and all. So that we use as we take it as tirtha. Even abhisheka, this just plain water also. When we do abhisheka, that will become tirtha. So what will happen when we are taking this tirtha? It is replenishing the gut microbial activity. Earlier, whatever microbial activity it got disturbed because of our wrong inputs. Now it's replenishing with these frequencies. So it is helping to detox, and then by taking regularly, it is energizing us. So that is the power of this water. And many people who doesn't believe in the customs and rituals, they just point out how much water they are wasting, how much milk they are wasting. Rather, they should have feeded the needy people. Yes, earlier it was being done like that. All the abhisheka water they used to be distributed. Now they are not doing, and even still there will be leftover remnants. That was nourishing the field, and they were not doing so much liters of milk for abhisheka. They were sensible in the resources. So even if they have to do for some rituals, still it used to enrich the microbial fields, agriculture fields over there. Soil microbial activity gets nourished there because of that panchamrita. So there was science back then. All the things were under place, but now we are disconnected from everything. Even the rituals are not being done holistically. Mechanically, we are doing, not understanding the holistic concept of our science. So now we are talking about science, but that time science is super science. Spiritual sciences are more advanced. But because we are not following holistically, just following mechanically, people are talking about all the rituals. Understood? So water is very important. So first understand, first save the water. How much ever you can from today, make an audit, how much we have been wasted, where all we can safeguard the water. Because we are getting whatever we are sowing back. Like if you are putting one seed in the soil, we are getting thousands of seeds in return, right? So whatever we are enjoying now, the benefits, like it may be nice house, nice family, nice education, nice physique. This is all because what we have done in our past karma. We are getting the benefits of it. And whatever we have done wrong, for that we are suffering. It's equal, bank balance. God is not not to be blamed here. We blame easily God. It's all because of our karma. And God has given that freedom to that karma to make a person right in his attitude. That's why we get hardships. At that time, we think of that hardships, but we'll not show our gratitude at that time when we are enjoying that fruits of it. Right? So God is trying to help us to bring out from that hardships and giving right fruits at right time. So you can see it's a sandwich. All the hardships will not come at a time. So there are the fruits are sandwiched between the hardships so that we can take support of that fruit and overcome that hardship. That's the beauty of life. You can, if you can understand. So in the scenario, if you can be conscious of utilization of water and then switch over to natural ingredients, like simply you can make use of ubutan powder. For washing your utensils also you can use some lemon and ash and some flour, basin flour or something like that. Dosa mavu also you can use for cleaning, where it will absorb the oils and all. It will be very shiny. Dosa mavu is very good. Like leftover dosa mavu anyway, it will be there. Apply that for your cleaning your utensils. It will be nice. Or you can use some soap nut powder, shikakai powder, or something like this extracts. You can make it easy. Of course, people make soap and other things naturally, but still they use caustic and other mild chemicals also in it. So we can completely, like, we may not go into natural, but we can take steps, avoiding chemicals and all. Okay. Now for drinking.
Can
Yeah.
I interrupt?
Yeah.
No, thank you for showing us, the structure of the water. Just, I think there are many questions that
Yeah.
I want answered. Is it okay if we?
I'll just complete few points, then I'll take the questions.
Okay.
Yeah. So now, Emito Masuri, there is a Japanese scientist who worked on structure of the water. So what he did, he took water from the conch, or he took water from different sources. So however we have showed now, he took different structures according to his idea. In few waters, he was shouting at the water. He was making it listen to the harsh music or harsh words. In some water samples, he talked about gratitude, thank you, soft words, higher conscious words. Like that, he took different samples, you can also do, and he kept it in the freezer. He crystallized that water. Then, if you see in that microscope, still his works are online. He could see very beautiful patterns, very harmonious patterns, the water from the conch, or the water which is kept in under Sri Yantra, or the water which has been kept with Tulsi and all. It was very structured water. The structure is very appealing and pleasant. The water which has been exposed to harshness, it was distorted and not at all appealing to see. In the microscope, he could capture the images. So now for you, what I have done, so the existing RO water, don't worry about different water purification techniques now. But whatever you have, just add some conch in the water, add some natural stones. There are some oxalate colorful stones. Don't use them. This is a natural stone which I just picked up when I was trekking somewhere, or near the sand, or near the riverbed, somewhere if you go. Or naturally also there will be some natural materials around. So it should be natural. So this is a natural. Then you can use something called crystal like this, natural crystal. Of course, crystals are being shined and polished and shaped. Better quality will be natural crystal, then fully formed. Then you can add activated charcoal. This is normal coal. I have activated it using this Jaivika Dravyam liquid, wherein activated charcoal is burnt at the temperature beyond 640 degree. Coal is made burnt at 300 degree. Coal still has some impurities and carcinogenic compounds. Activated charcoal will not have. Or ash. If you burn it more at a higher temperature, it will turn into ash. But it should be white ash, not black ash, and finely sieved. So I made some extract from that ash water. It's clear, crystal clear liquid made from ash water. The pH of this is 14. If you see the water pH, many people are confused with, I can take half an hour more if you are okay, or I have to reduce some points. So this is a pH paper. So if I keep in RO water, okay, you can see the color. Now if I keep in structured water, so if you see, there is some shade of difference which you can't make, but normally acidic water will be more visible. So there are some color samples. So this is RO water which is towards 6 and 7. This is little bit greener towards 7. Okay, so there will be pH difference. So if you take a pH meter also, it will show very much evident, which we can see later as we are running short of time. So like that, don't worry about TDS. TDS is total dissolved solids. So it can't measure the bioavailability of the water. So TDS of coconut water, coconut which is obtained from the sea, near the sea, it will be having 1400 TDS. Still we can drink that water. But the bore water which is hard, which is mined, because we are not allowing the water to get charged, all the roads and buildings, we don't have water recharging system and all. Water is not getting into the ground. all the water is going into the drainage system and from there to the rivers and seas. So in America, there is one river called, I forgot the name, River Nile. Somewhere in America, there is one river. It has reduced its size, like maybe it is 1,000 feet width. It has reduced to 10 feet. And
Colorado River.
Yeah, you can do the research online. You can find out Colorado River. Some miles, hundreds and thousands of miles, it has backed up. It's not entering the sea now. It has stopped. It became dry because we are squeezing the water for our purposes, and the drainage water is going back. And even from the ground, we are mining the water. Earlier, the water was from 100 feet, but now the water is from 1,000 feet, 2,000 feet, which is very hard. That's why RO system is being there. But actually, RO water is depriving the minerals. So when you are drinking RO water, it is causing bone degeneration, muscular dystrophy, electrolyte imbalance, and that is leading to a lot of different elements. So you need to drink charged water, structured water. So what you can do, for 20-liter water in a water container, just add some natural elements, like it can be pepper or zero or tiny clove. You can just add. We are not making infused water here. We are just adding frequency water. You can just add this much of zira in 10-liter water. Okay, maybe 2 pepper cloves in 10-liter water, or 1 cardamom, pinch of cardamom. So that will add frequencies in the water. But this water has to be changed because you are adding some seeds. There is some organic matter. This has to be changed. But still, you will find a lot of difference in that water, refreshing, because you are adding some frequencies. It has minerals. You can also add combined, or you can vary daily one type of seed. Like that, you can add different stones, and you can find different, like copper plate is there, stones are there, pebbles are there. Okay, all these natural materials you can add in water. That will charge the water. Okay, activated charcoal will remove the odor, and chlorine in the water gets evaporated by sun and moon charge. Okay, naturally it will evaporate. Chloride amines can be absorbed by this medium. And you can add some herbs like tulsi, you can add, or mint you can add. Okay, mint you can add. This much in 10-liter water would add some frequencies. Curry patta you can add, and vetiver you can add. Okay, in your local region you may get some other water purification herbs also. So this is vetiver you can add little bit. But if you are adding all these organic matters, you have to keep changing the water. Anyway, we have to change the water every 2 days, something like that. If you're adding the stones and all, this can be there fresh. You can just wash once in a while and reuse them. So this is how you can bring that structure in the water. And there are other mechanisms wherein water is very much essential. So once in a while, you have to wipe your eyes with a towel, okay? Because you need water hydration. And whatever RO water we are drinking, it's not entering the cells. It's just going out. So when you are drinking structured water, it is hydrating the cellular it is giving cellular hydration. That structured water can enter the cells. So even when you are around the gadgets, you are getting dehydrated. So this copper plate, which is plugged to the, so this is a wire wherein this is dummy pins. Only earthing wire is there. Water should be always connected to earth. Now we are disconnecting the water element from the earth. Okay, so when you are keeping this earthing mat, which is connected to the earthing pin in your electrical socket, which will not give shock, that will add up the energies, earth energies, to the water. Okay. Similarly, you can keep some vase like this, some plants, water, and there is a fish inside, which will purify the water. And when you are keeping near the office table, on the countertops, in the kitchen, near the TV, and everywhere, So this will absorb the radiation from the gadgets. And even this earth element, when you are keeping your skin contact, this will absorb the radiation from the gadgets. If these radiations are not being absorbed, there are electrical, Wi-Fi, cellular, these all radiations are causing inflammation in our body. If these radiations are not grounded, even cosmic radiations, we can't handle cosmic radiations. They have to be grounded. So best is tree connection, connect to the trees. And if you are not grounded, if these unresolved energies are not grounded, it will cause inflammation in the body and later it will cause many diseases. And we are not giving lively inputs to handle that inflammation. And body is going into a homeostasis state where the pH is getting imbalanced because of body mind correlation. It's not correlated, not harmonious. And we eat a lot of cooked food, which is causing acidity, acidic blood like that. We don't give lively water, which is not helpful. So body is trying to get some lively minerals which it's not getting, so it will try to leach from the bones. That's how later we get arthritis, osteoporosis, calcium deficiencies, degeneration. This is all because we are not giving right input, not structured water. So we can add these all elements to structure the water. And from the time my parents started drinking this water, they had age problem like knee pains and all. Those all just get disappeared. So frequent cold, cough, if you just drink this water, it gets disappeared. So like that, there are many benefits of drinking such RO water, structured water or energized. Even the RO water, if you are energizing, still it is better. I'll just show one setup which we have done. That is more more purer, which you can also make later. But if anyone of your relatives or friends are in Hyderabad, they can also get from me. So we are supposed to drink water from a pond. So now I have created a pond, natural pond, and there are plants, water, shells. Here there are pearls also which I have added. So fishes are there. So this is completely pure, clean water. We can just drink this water like this. Or you can transfer into other container by filtering in a cloth if you are still worried of. But this is the water which I have shown there, structured water. Okay. So this is completely purified by its own system. No need to feed anything for the fish. Algae will form because of sunlight. That will become food for the fishes. Now the algae will soften the water and we can just get this clear water. Or even if the water is green, if there is some managements which we can do, then water can be like this. So this is one setup I have made. Other setup I'll be showing, which is easier for you. So there is something called Nirmali seeds, water purification seeds. If you are adding that, even the hardness, it will act like a coagulant. So that will absorb the impurities and suspended water particles. So this is one more setup which we have done. So I have just covered a mesh here. So it's getting charged by sun and moon, which is very much essential. And we have added activated charcoal and stones and pebbles. And this is the water which we collect. It's get purified. This is called sedimentation technique. So water, all the impurities will settle down. Clear water will be collected. The top water will leave. So that's how we collect this water. And we additionally, we store this water in a pot. And you can keep like this also. This is also a beautiful setup wherein you can grow plants inside. And you can keep fishes, stones, and natural elements, which will help the atmosphere in the house. So like that, include all the natural elements in your house, which will help for your peace and harmony. Okay, so overall health, you can overcome. There are many things which you can, there are many benefits which you can get from changing your water. Yeah, so this is about it, what I wanted to talk about. So this is alkaline water. I wanted to show this pH. So 1 drop of this water would be enough to alkaline. There are many cartridges now in the modern time, very expensive. So this just one, see the pH of this, 14 pH. So one drop in your drinking water will make alkaline water made from wood ash. That's it. So there is a process you can learn. This water, just one drop, is a healer. We need minerals. So like that, we need not have, okay, RO filters or alkaline. There are some equipments called alkaline cartridges. It's all artificial again. So there are some options wherein they are using some natural materials also, but again plastic body. So you have to be careful there. So you can just add some vibhuti that also makes water alkaline, ash, but it should be pure ash. So like that, you can make a marvelous difference, and you can just overcome lot of health issues just by changing the water. Yeah, this is about it. So you can ask your questions if you have.
Yeah, thank you, Guruji. That was very informative. A lot of quite a few people have said that structured water has changed their health, right? And it was so difficult to kind of see that without knowing what is the you know the science behind it. So thank you for explaining that. I think now I'm sure more people will be willing to try it out. um, uh, Guruji, I have one question because I have been selling copper plates that I get from India. So is copper plate alone uh, sufficient to give the water the structure, or do we need to mix it up with other natural elements like, as you said, conch, stones, ashes?
Yes. So diversity is the better. See, understand. Thanks for asking this question. Understand, copper, if you are not cleaning, it will become like this. This will leave toxicity that will affect the liver. So it has to be cleaned regularly like this. Okay, and copper alone will not make the water structure completely. It will add up its own structure. That's it. So when you are adding diversity of stones and shells and other things, it is adding more structure. So what I do, the pond which I have shown, I have added forest soil, microbial rich forest soil, and I have added water from different natural streams. So that is now there. All the frequencies are embedded inside now. So I have to just add water daily. That's why we get Ganga water, Tirtha. So we add, nowadays we can't add in drinking water, or we just sprinkle little bit early now because we are polluting the Ganga and other things also, right? But earlier they were adding in their water. So that was replenishing that energies back. So copper has to be cleaned properly and maintained, and just adding copper will add certain frequencies. That's it. Still, it is a structured water. Rather than drinking this RO water, which is destructured, we are structuring little bit. And that when it is connected with earth, then it will be more better. Because water, this will add more structure. When you are connecting to the earth element, earth is holistic. So that holistic energy elements are passed through this copper plate. It's only a conductive medium there. So that will be adding that water structure. But still adding shells and other elements will help.
Thank you, Swamiji. Guruji. Any other questions?
Guruji, this is Naveen from Desiri. We did an experiment on the water. We have taken a water and tested the TDS of the water, what is coming in our Gram Panchayat. We measured 240 ppm. And again, same water we have kept copper water. We have dipped the copper plate into that, and next day we have measured it. It is coming to 189 ppm. Now the question is, what level of ppm is good for consumption?
So here, the readings are not important. See, readings are on the surface. What happened to our senses? See, you could sense the water, right? You could feel that lightness, energy, and all. Okay, so we have to. That's why I don't do any water testing analysis. Nothing I do. I rely on my natural divine senses.
Okay.
Okay. So one thing you have to understand: bioavailability of the water. So TDS is which you have measured, TDS, right?
TDS, yes, sir.
TDS is total dissolved solids.
Yeah.
Okay. So now it can't make the readings from TDS meter the bioavailability of the water. I took the example of coconut water, right?
Yeah.
Coconut water TDS 1400, but still we can drink that water. So though TDS is more, it's bioavailable. So adding these things, yes, it's helping the hardness to reduce because it is structuring it. What happens ideally, suppose the bore water which has TDS of 300, when you are adding copper plate, okay, copper being a conductive element, so this hard water will be having some minerals, okay, calcium and other minerals, which are suspended in the water, which can be measured from the TDS meter, suspended water molecules. So when you are adding this copper, which is a natural conductive medium, it will add some structure. So the water elements will bound. So when they are bounded and made into a structure, it will not have free radicals. So like suspended particles which are showing in your TDS meter, like how they are getting disappeared by just adding copper plate, it is forming some structure wherein the dissolved particles will earlier it were just suspended in the water molecules randomly. Now they have formed a structure. Now the TDS has reduced. That's the logic behind it. So if you are adding into the water like earthing element, it will have more bonding and furthermore the TDS will reduce.
Okay.
Now when you are adding this shells and pebbles and all, crystals and all, TDS may increase, but again the bioavailability of the water. Now rainwater is zero TDS. It's completely distilled water. We have to drink that water. But in the name of distilled water, if we are boiling the water and condensing that water, it's lifeless water. So that you should not just go with the technicalities. We should understand the essence of it also. Distilled water. Okay.
Got it, Guruji.
Yeah, pH should be neutral, and rainwater pH will be neutral, and it's pranic water. Basically, rainwater is pranic water, and we can safeguard the rainwater for ages together, not allowing sunlight, and keep it aerated. If you can arrange like that, then rainwater can be happily consumed throughout the year. And 100 square meter roof area and an average 0.8 mm rainfall, you can capture lakhs of liters of water in 1 year, which we are just wasting.
Yes. Thank you, Guruji, for giving insight on this.
Any other questions? Yeah, there is a lot of points which I might have missed, but this is the core aspect of what I wanted to talk. But yes, with your questions, I may, like, suppose I forgot about rainwater, I have connected. If you're asking questions, I can connect to other points also.
I typed a question in chat. With the last meeting, we heard copper can also cause copper poisoning. So the question is, plate is very small, but if we store water in a 3-liter container, copper, are we overdoing it? Is there a number of hours you keep, or you should just avoid it?
Yeah. So earlier days, we were using copper containers. Maintaining copper, that's why I told we have to keep cleaning the copper utensils regularly. Then the water will not go toxic. The problem is when we are not cleaning it right. That will create copper oxidation and that will cause problem. And earlier days, copper was different. Now the copper is different. Okay, copper is there in your fruits also, grains also, right? What we are eating, the same copper is there in the humus soil. The same copper is going deep into the ore and forming a mineral, metal, and bedrock. Now, when we are bringing those elements out, it's getting exposed to air and it gets oxidized. So in olden days, iron stupas, it will not rust. Like even if you have iron utensils, old iron utensils, it will not rust. If you maintain, it will not rust. But recent iron utensils, even though you season it, it will get rust because it is mined from more deeper areas. So earlier mining was different. It was not denatured. Like even if something was mined, it was only some from the surfaces. So that's why it's very important to maintain it, clean it properly. Then it will not cause problem, or else it will cause copper toxicity.
Guruji, I have one question. So
Yeah.
I usually take the warm water by keeping a few seconds in the microwave oven. So the other question is, I bought one copper bottle also. So if I keep the water more time in the copper bottle, it gets cold. So after that, shall I keep it in the oven to make it warm? If I do that,
First
the
of all,
water
thank
is
you for raising this question. This is very important point I wanted to tell, but I forgot. So first of all, don't use microwave. It will completely destructure your food. Like put the
okay.
microwave into the trash. And there is lot of back sciences of many scientific people who are talking about microwave and its scientific data, how it's safe also. Okay, so it's very
Mhm.
logical also what they are talking. But understand it's destructuring the nature of the energies there, pranic energies there. Maybe
Mhm.
physical patterns, some whatever he told is correct, but pranic energy level, it's destructuring. Okay.
Mhm.
Number two, don't put water in the microwave anytime. And number three,
Okay.
don't boil the water at all. Many people have a habit of drinking boiled water, boiling and cooling the water. Once in a while, for having some herbal teas or some for indigestion problem, one glass is fine. But throughout the day, if you are drinking boiled water, you are drinking dead water. Okay.
Okay.
So anyway, for cooking, you have to boil. That's inevitable. But throughout the day, you are just drinking that boiled water. You are not giving lively food inside, lively water inside, pranic water inside. So sun is very important, which will have natural UV rays and that will purify the water. If you don't have sun, at least daylight is enough. That will also have energies. Okay.
Okay.
So this is enough. Just sun charging, moon charging, and cover with a cloth.
Okay.
Just cover with a cloth. Take a natural container, glass or mud, or if you don't have anything, steel is also fine. Put all these elements, cover with the cloth, and expose to sun and moon, preferably 24 hours or at least minimum 12 hours. You just drink that water, it will completely change its pattern and you will feel good. If you
Okay.
remember to show gratitude, you can, or else still it's fine because it's connecting to the natural elements. And one more alkaline water people talk about is cucumber infused water, lemon infused water. But that way it's good, alkaline water, but it has to be completed within 3 to 4 hours. If you keep for long, it will spoil.
Okay. So, most of the people say drinking the warm water is better than the cold water. So, what will be your suggestion?
Actually, what's happening is by see warm water, they have a habit of boiling the water and cooling the water. That is number one.
Okay. Okay.
And warm water, because RO water is restructured. And in
Mhm.
our Ayurvedic Shastras, they talk about something. We read half. When at what time we have to drink warm water, when we require to drink warm water. Holistically, we will not understand from their perspective. We listen to half and we try to follow only that. Okay, so ideally, nature has provided it should be a room temperature water. Like if you see in the nature, pond water or river water, it will be warm in the day.
Mm,
Okay,
mm.
it will be cold in the morning. So that is the science behind that water, warm water. So basically,
Okay.
we should not refrigerate the water. Warm
Okay.
water means room temperature water.
Okay. Okay.
It's not like
Okay.
heating the water and drinking. So room
Okay.
temperature water. That's the science behind it.
Swamiji,
Okay.
Nepal,
Okay.
the water
Okay.
is very
Thanks.
cold. It's not like the water in India.
In your I can understand in your temperatures in your area you can heat it. Okay, what you can do is you can warm it, but again on a slow. I can understand your freezing temperatures there.
Mm,
Ideally, one more mistake what we do is on the earth every place is not for human existence. There are many places they are only for meditation, but we have conquered every part of the earth and we are trying to live everywhere. So that environment is not suitable for the normal people. So we have to keep everything like alternatives like room warmers, room heaters and other things. Earlier if you see, those places were only rishi munis. They were going into that colder altitudes and they were doing tapasya, because earth also needs some spaces for itself, right, for its balance. But we conquered everywhere. That's a problem.
So we should be doing tapasya here, Swamiji.
Yeah, you are supposed to. You are in very nice place. but in the artificial world. But still, tapasya is in the mind. Even though you equip yourself with all these things, if you just set your intentions, that is tapasya. Wherever you are connected with that higher energy. Any other questions?
Yeah, Swamiji, I had a question. In our households, we have the copper pipes for the water, right? So, and then we get the water from there, and then it is filtered, and then we put this copper plate in the water to make it structured. So, I mean, are we overdoing the copper? I mean, like, is that okay to drink that copper in a
Yeah, I
structured
just told.
water like that?
I just told this. I replied it. You have to just maintain that copper. Then it's fine.
Even though the water is coming through the copper pipe and everything, it's
So you
okay.
have copper pipe, na? That's the problem again. Copper pipes, if the quality is not nice, then again they may add some contaminants. So ideally, if you are using some materials like this in the copper pipe, once in a while, it will remove that scaling. You can just clean that copper pipe and then maintain it. Then not a problem. And
But
copper bottles, which Sudhir was asking, nowadays all the copper bottles, you are getting laminated copper bottles. So inside it's very difficult to clean. Earlier they were chembu, bari chembu, like where the width was more and you can clean properly inside. Now it's very narrow because we have that state of art technology to make the copper bottle. We can't clean it. If you see inside, it will be green and oxidized. That is causing a lot of liver damages. So we have to clean properly. Either add this liquid in the water and shake it well and use a coconut coir brush and scrub it. That would be better. So you have to maintain. If you are using copper, it's very important to maintain it, or else it will lead to toxicity.
Okay. So even though it is coming from the copper pipe and we have not not cleaned it properly, maintained it, it's okay to put the copper plate and do the structured water.
And that's what I said. Copper pipes, if it is insulated well, see, oxidation will happen when it is exposed. If that copper pipelines are properly insulated without getting oxidized, then it will be nice. It will not form scaling. So that we have to understand properly. And still, once in a while, if you put some liquids like this, it will remove the scale. So over a period of time, there may be possibility of scaling. So
but we are not putting too much copper in our body, right?
Too much copper.
Using the structured water, using the copper plate
if you are
in the water and all that stuff.
If you are keeping the copper plate inside, so if you are maintaining well, it is only giving the frequencies. If the copper plate is getting oxidized, then the metal is getting leached into the water. That is problem. So if you are just maintaining the copper plate and adding throughout the day, throughout the year also, it will not, and maintain well, it is adding the frequencies that will not cause problem.
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
Yeah.
I asked a question earlier, just to follow on that. What I did, I had a copper 2-liter container, and when I keep water in that, and then I keep 2-liter water in a steel container and put a copper plate. After 5 hours, I see the copper jar has oil on it, on the top, and the other one does not. It's not oxidized. You can see it's clean, but you do see oil on top, but the steel one does not. So is it common to see oil on the surface, or there is one difference?
What is the source of water?
Sorry?
What is the source of water?
Tap water.
Tap water. With what you are cleaning?
No RO, just tap water.
Okay, tap water. You are putting one container is steel, one container is copper.
Copper, yes.
So in copper,
like 1 gallon.
You are getting the oil layer.
Yeah, yeah.
On the water.
Yes. So there is one thing. The copper jar does have a tap. So I always thought the tap may have some sealant. Maybe that is leaking. I don't know. And the steel one does not have anything.
Yeah, that is possible. The sealants will leach into the water. And one more possibility is soap. If you are using some soap, the residues are captured in the water, like in the material. So that can slowly come to the surface.
No, so I just use tamarind or lemon to clean the copper.
Okay. Then that sealant could be the possibility.
So, okay, that is the only suspicion, but I don't know if copper, if there's too much copper, that's bringing oil on top, or what is it? But steel does not show oil, and it's the same
Steel is
tap water.
yeah, steel is non-reactive because of, see, technically it's non-reactive, but still steel is leaving some imprints because there is chromium, nickel, which are very toxic. Okay, steel is also bad actually, but the quality of steel also matters. But metal is reactive. Steel is non-reactive to some extent
Okay.
because of
Thank you.
that polished layer and all. But still, there are other aspects which are leaching into the water from steel, which are not visibly seen.
But if you put copper plate in that, would that still reduce the in the steel
So
container?
what you can do, that in which one, in copper container?
No, in steel container, just drop the copper
In
plate.
steel container, if you maintain a copper plate and clean it well and add, that will still benefit.
Okay, that's what I'm.
That's easy
Okay,
to maintain actually than maintaining a copper jug.
that is so. Yeah, thank you.
What about a clay pot, Guruji? Clay pot with a copper plate?
Clay is also good. Stone, clay, any natural. That's why I showed all these varieties like stones. This is fossil stone. This is something called tree fossil. It's a tree became a fossil like this. This age of this stone is maybe some thousands of years, 5,000 years. So like that, if you can get naturally some stones, like this is normal stone. So these all things will add energies.
Would that become a shaligram, Guruji?
Shaligram also you can put. Okay.
I just see a nice chat here. My grandfather used to say water is connected with money, so we should not waste water.
Yes. Yes. So water is Lakshmi, right? So see, Lakshmi has emerged from water only. So water is connected to Lakshmi. And I have one of our student, like I asked her to share her experience because she stays in US. So in your climatic condition, how she is managing the water resource, how she is charging, Samata, and she's the same person who shared her experience.
Oh, I see. Okay. Thanks, Samantha, for sharing.
You can spotlight her.
Hello, everyone. So, I've been practicing Sarvam practices for the past more than 3 years. So we use charged water for our daily consumption. So whatever Guruji shared, so we do follow. Even for our climatic conditions, I mean, I did not get a proper clay material, so I use a glass material for charging the water. So I add shells, pebbles I collected from the seashores and in trekkings. Uh, Also, so when I drink the water, especially during the fasting times, during the Navratri fasting, so I skip every day. I skip one meal, like either I skip breakfast or lunch, or I have only discharged water, which gives me, I mean, which is more content. That's what I have seen. So I did not feel like eating anything on that day. And even for sometimes on Ekadasi day, I don't eat anything. Only I drink that charged water. That is enough for the body. That is a one difference I've seen. Even uh, for my kids' birthday party, usually we give plastic bottles for drinking, right? So what I arranged charged water there. So we arranged charged water there. So everybody, whoever was drinking, so everybody said we haven't drink such water till date. I mean, for somebody, few said like, okay, we have drink uh, uh, we have seen the purity in the water, and we used to drink beside the lakes. That's what they said, and yeah, uh, and as Guruji said, when we connected to the water, that even the thought, that intention changed the structure of the water. When we consciously observe that, yes, we. So one day, actually, I went to my friend's house. She gave me water in a plastic water bottle. So I could not drink that water. So I just sipped it, and after coming to the home, I had water, because that much the difference I could make it uh, with the charged water. So yeah, thank you, Guruji.
Yeah. So never keep water in the plastic containers. Already the water is coming from plastic overhead tanks and pipelines, and your filters also has plastic cartridges. So at least from there, transfer to a natural material, and then try to recharge the water and then consume. That is very important.
Guruji,
And
another.
fasting, many people do water fast. So if you are drinking RO water and doing water fast, it's very not at all safe for your health. And one should never do water fast directly. One has to practice to be on fruits, ripe fruits, and proper fruits, and then slowly shift to water fast. So now coming Navaratri, people may do fast, but if this water is being charged like this, then that will be helpful. But still, I don't recommend water fast directly.
That's a very timely tip, Swamiji. The Dasara or Navratri starts next week. So very timely for that. Guruji, the instrument that you held in the beginning of the talk, what is that, and where can we?
So yeah, you can spotlight me. There you can see. Am I spotlighted? Huh. So here, this is normal brass material tied to a free flow string. So here, this is connected to your mind too. So with this, one should not get misguided. So if I ask it to rotate anti-clockwise now, it will rotate anti-clockwise. So it's working with my mind. There is nothing bottom. If I ask it to stop, it will stop. But this will work when you set your intentions neutral, non-judgmental. If you don't influence your mind, then it will give correct reading. Now, if I am keeping this phone, okay, this will rotate anti-clockwise. I'm not putting any thought. Sorry. So it is showing anti-clockwise. Okay. If I hold Tulsi on this, so it is rotating clockwise. So the effect of the phone also gets neutralized when you are holding natural elements. Now, if you are keeping structured water, this alkaline water I just hold or I drink it. So when I drink, the effect of the phone. Earlier it was rotating anti-clockwise. Now it's rotating clockwise because the frequencies which I have absorbed is nullifying the effect of the radiations which are being obtained. These are very subtle changes. There are other experiments which are more evident, which can be like there is some science called kinesiology where we do some body testing, muscle testing. That will be more evident. Of course, there are modern equipments where we can capture more scientifically too. So don't get misguided with this such tools. They give correct results when you are neutral in your mind, or one can deceive a person by misguiding and showing some gimmicks from these tools also. Tool is a tool. Stethoscope is a stethoscope. So doctor can understand its language. So now this is just a tool. So we have to understand its language. We have to connect to it properly, use it in the right way. That's it.
Yes, Guruji, we all in this modern era, unless we hold it and test it. But of course, we don't have a neutral mind like
Yes,
you.
yes. can take your Rudrakshamala and just with a meditative mind, without judging anything, you can test on your materials and then analyze it.
Rudrakshamala, did you say, Guruji?
Yeah, Rudraksha also will help.
What is the other mala you mentioned?
Spatika mala, Rudraksha mala, Tulsi mala. This all will help.
Any other questions? Otherwise,
Yeah, one last question. Guruji, like when we put the copper plate, it's okay to put the shells and the natural stone, everything in the water, right?
Benefit,
Okay.
it's very good. You can also place your silver and gold also.
Oh, okay.
But any metal, you have to clean it properly.
Okay.
And
Okay.
stones and shells like this have to be just cleaned once in a while. Metal oxidation can happen. Stones and all can absorb these elements. So cleaning is important, but metal cleaning is more important.
Absolutely. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Guruji.
yeah.
So, yeah, if you want to learn many other things, many other concepts, which I keep sharing, I do talk about fermentation, gut health, reversing diseases, or if anyone wants to consult me with your health issues to reverse health issues, or even underlying present health issues also, or for prevention, or to lead a healthy lifestyle, natural lifestyle. I keep doing sessions, or if anyone wants to consult me also, they can consult. But my intention is to for people is to learn. That's why though I make some products, I don't continuously supply them, and I can't make such a large quantity also. I make few products only for making people to get connected with that concept. So if you learn and make on your own, you need not depend on me. So that's how I try to share my knowledge. So there will be classes. So I have done something called biosalt, which is bioavailable form of salt, biospices. Even spices have toxicity. So like that, there is a lot of science in fermentation, which I have researched, taking concepts from Ayurveda, and how to process the grains, how to process the fats, making healthy fats, even nuts and seeds. People just eat them, soak them, and eat them. That is not sufficient. So like that, there is a lot of myths behind, misconceptions behind raw food also. They eat every fruit, unripe fruit. They eat every vegetable raw, greens raw. We should not eat like that. Sprouts, we should not eat raw. Like that, there are many aspects which you can learn from the sessions and lead a better life ahead. Yeah, thanks for giving the opportunity, Mamta, for creating this platform and let people get introduced to simple practices like this, and they can take care of their health, and they can help others too by sharing this knowledge once they experience.
Yeah, no, Guruji, I should be the one thanking you for, so willingly coming and sharing your knowledge with us. It was very enlightening. It was very informative. It definitely makes me think more. I was thinking by soaking the nuts and all, I'm doing the good thing, but I know now there is a better thing than just soaking the nuts. And Guruji, I would like to request you to share the videos. You're welcome to join the group also, but if you're not into joining the groups, if you share the videos with me, I'll share it with the rest of the group members.
Sure.
And I'll also share your contact and your other handles in the social media.
You can add me in the group. Like if anyone wants have some doubts also, I can be there to help.
Okay, Swami. It should not become a nuisance for you, but I am ready to add. And if you don't want to continue, you can drop off
Sure.
also from the group. And I will share your other details also after adding you. So that would help people if they want to consult you and learn other things that you mentioned: biosalts, biocleaners, fermented food, other things that you mentioned. Thank you, Guruji, once again. And
Yeah. You all. Hari Om.
thank you.
Thank you,
Others
Guruji.
Thank you very much.
Hari Om.
Thank you, Guruji.
Thank
Thank you
you,
so much.
Guruji. Hari Om.